So, what do this video and the Quran featured in it have in common? They're both making their debut today. Welcome back. A while ago on a live stream, I joked about a Venn diagram where sovereign citizen Qurans in court sit right in the middle, and today's video is the perfect example. This time, we're watching one who just can't keep quiet long enough to avoid getting herself into more trouble. Let's get into it.
This is People versus Rosalind Ray Keenan. The allegation is that on or about May 16th in the village of White Pigeon, she did resist and obstruct a police officer and drive with a suspended driver's license. Resisting and obstructing is a felony now. It's punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment. And driving suspended as a traffic matter, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points on your driving record and requires that your license be suspended. Someone who is identified as Rosalind Keenan is present, and she wanted to explain more about that. We'll give her a chance to do that, but prosecuting attorney David Marvin is here, and he's representing the state. So let me ask you again, are you Rosalind Ray Keenan?
I'm here as sui juris impropria persona, Rosalind Ray family of Keenan, beneficiary. Is this on record?
Yes, everything has to be on the record, so it's all being recorded.
Okay, I'm here on the special appearance, and I'm a free woman on the land.
Starts off insisting it's a special appearance and refers to herself as a free woman, but let's just say, by the end of this video, that story takes a very different
Menace and duress. I am the private woman, Rosalind Ray
All right.
Keenan. The all capital mentioned name is the only appellation given to me. Anytime an autograph is to be done in a certain manner that I have here, or it's forgery, could you do this for the judge, please? That's my name. Thank you.
All right, I'll accept this.
Thank you.
All right, so I think we have the right person here. When she signed her bond, she signed it as Rosalind Ray Keenan beneficiary with quick bail bonds. All right, now we've got another issue. This is a felony charge. The first one is. The second one is under the Motor Vehicle Code. And it requires that we have a preliminary examination, or it requires that you're entitled to a preliminary examination. We had a pre-exam conference last week, and you expressed at that time that you did not wish to have an attorney. You're here with you this morning without an attorney, and we'll address that in a moment. You've been talking with Mr. Marvin. You have an absolute right to represent yourself. I normally don't recommend it.
It's all right, Judge. When it comes to plea deals, sovereign citizens tend to only take advice from others who think like them. It's like they all stick together, no matter how reckless it gets. The prosecutor presents what might be the most generous plea offer I've ever seen, but unsurprisingly, she turns it down without a second.
Marvin, is there a plea offer here?
There is, and I'll tell you about that. But I wanted to mention that this is, I believe, the third time we've sat down, and so this is dragged out a bit, but only because she's not represented, and in these 3 separate meetings and adjournments, the court has allowed those, and I appreciate it. I have spent a lot of time with her and her son, who's here. He's always been here, and they're very honest and they're good intended.
Thank you.
And I think that we've come to a resolution that I believe is fair. I've offered, I'm going to state it for the record, and only time will tell if she's going to accept it, in hopefully 2 seconds. But what I would do is offer an attempt resisting and obstructing and dismiss count 2. And I would ask that the court set this for sentencing at a later date, and I'd ask for 6 months. And if by that time there's no other incidents with law enforcement or any other reason to continue, I would dismiss this, or at any time before that if I felt that it was necessary. And again, after working with her, I don't think this is the kind of thing that should be, I would hate to see this upstairs as her first felony. I think that she's interested in a way of life that she's honestly trying to understand, but I think that partly to assist her, I've kind of hatched this plan, and I've offered that. I have the feeling she's going to take it today, but if not, I've got my officer and we're ready for a prelim.
How good the offer really is. First, the felony charge would be reduced to a misdemeanor. Second, the existing misdemeanor would be dropped entirely. And finally, if she stays out of trouble for 6 months, the reduced charge disappears from her record too. Basically, she has a chance to walk away with a clean slate. It's a remarkably generous deal, arguably too generous, and even Judge Middleton appears to feel the same way.
He's offering to reduce the driving suspended charge. And he is offering to dismiss the felony charge and reduce it to a charge called attempted resisting obstructing a police officer. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand that charge?
No, I don't understand the nature and the cause of the charge.
All right, Mr. Marvin, let's just do a prelim. I'm not gonna tap dance with her. You may be more sympathetic about this flat earth nonsense than I am. But if I'm gonna have to argue about everything from who she is to what the charge is, it'd be easier to just put on the prelim. From the affidavit of probable cause, her conduct was outrageous with a capital O. And so I'll give you one more opportunity, Ms. Keenan. Mr. Marvin is agreeing to dismiss the driving suspended charge. The record shows your license is suspended from Indiana and you don't have a valid Michigan license. That's a benefit. It won't affect your driving privileges.
Excuse me? What did you say about the?
It's a benefit. And
No, before that, about the license.
he's dismissing it. And it won't affect your driving privileges here or Michigan or Indiana if he dismisses that. So he's offering to dismiss it. And that's a benefit. He is offering to reduce the felony charge to a misdemeanor. And that's attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. If you wish to do that, we can pursue it now. If you don't, we can take testimony. The officer's been waiting here for 3 hours. What would you like to do?
Are you asking me to take a plea?
I'm asking you if you're willing to accept the prosecutor's plea offer.
Well, I don't understand that.
Mr. Marvin, let's just put on a
I'm not playing
prelim.
games. I'm serious.
You are playing games, and first of all, you
I'm
don't.
trying to advance to
All right,
what I'm
stop.
here
You don't
for.
interrupt the judge, whether you're a flat earther or
I'm
not.
not flat earth.
She might as well be a flat earther. I've seen all kinds of wild beliefs on this channel, but only flat earthers and sovereign citizens seem to turn their confusion into full-blown conviction, driven more by delusion than anything else.
Stuff you're saying. I've got very little patience for it. You don't have an attorney, which concerns me, because these charges could result in your incarceration. I will appoint an attorney for you. All you got to do is tell me. But you also have the absolute right to represent yourself. So, do you wish to represent yourself, or would you like me to get an attorney to assist you with
It's
this?
my right to appear for myself.
It is.
I don't think it would be a violation of your oath of office
To do what?
to if you did your duty under the Constitution, because I'm seeking legal intent, not advice.
Well, do
And
you
I-
want me to appoint an attorney for you? Or would you like to represent yourself?
So may I ask, what jurisdiction is this, civil or criminal?
This is a criminal case, which points out the fact that you could use a lawyer if you can't tell the difference between a civil and a criminal case.
Fact that she even asked that question shows she's completely out of her depth. But sometimes, just like a flat earther needs to fall to understand gravity, a sovereign citizen needs a trip to jail to finally grasp the concept of jurisdiction.
A criminal case means you could go to jail, in this case, for up to 2 years. In a civil case, there's no possibility of jail. It's usually over money damages or other types of non-jail relief, like other types of non-jail relief. So yes, this is a criminal case.
Well, thank you. So, you said the record is on.
Yes.
Could the record of the court show that this is a criminal action? And my next question is, I know that the Constitution grants the court 2 types of criminal jurisdictions. One is criminal jurisdiction under common law, and the other is criminal jurisdiction under admiralty or military tribunal venue under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17 of the Constitution. Under which of these 2 jurisdictions is the court intending to try me?
This is statutory jurisdiction.
How polite of you to say please, especially after unloading all that nonsense without a heads up. You asked for the Michigan Civil Rules of Procedure in writing, which are available online under Chapter 2, but they won't do you much good here, since this isn't a civil case. We're dealing with a criminal matter, and the rules that apply are actually in Chapter 6 of the same court rules.
The law of the state of Michigan. It's not any of those things, including the wacky admiralty clause people try to invoke. This is criminal jurisdiction authorized by the state legislature here in the state of Michigan.
Thank you. Well, please let the record of the court show that the court intends to conduct a criminal action against me under a statutory jurisdiction. But that makes me wonder, I have never heard of criminal action under statutory jurisdiction, and there is no such jurisdiction established in the Constitution. And I will be able to proceed if you can show me where I can find the published rules of civil procedures under a statutory jurisdiction and where this nature, cause, and jurisdiction exists. It is crucial that I have the published rules of procedure so that I can conduct a fair defense and fair trial. Otherwise, this needs to be dismissed, and I would like it in writing, please.
In the video, you might have caught the prosecutor mentioning that her son was also present in the courtroom. Turns out, he's a sovereign citizen too, and Judge Middleton didn't miss the chance to share a few strong words with him as well.
Quick bail bonds. All right, now we've got another issue. This is a felony charge. The first one is. The second one is under the Motor Vehicle Code. And it requires that we have a preliminary examination, or it requires that you're entitled to a preliminary examination. We had a pre-exam conference last week, and you expressed at that time that you did not wish to have an attorney. You're here with you this morning without an attorney, and we'll address that in a moment. You've been talking with Mr. Marvin. You have an absolute right to represent yourself.
Middleton was sharp and direct, exactly how every judge should respond in situations like this. That wraps up the video, and funnily enough, she's being released from jail right as this video goes live. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like, drop a comment, and subscribe with notifications on.